Guys, my power system is out again. Pressing this button should turn it on, but it just makes that beeping noise saying that the batteries are too low. Tried hooking up a battery charger. This is being charged on my generator, and it says battery failure. A couple weeks ago, I fixed up the batteries, added water, and recharged them all, and had them working for a little while, but they weren't working well. And so it's about $800 to replace the batteries. And I don't want to spend that this week. So I'm actually going to bring a spare battery I just bought for my bus, which hasn't started in 6 years, but I was hoping to get it going. So I'm going to go up and get that. Our system is a solar system, and these panels actually seem to be producing power today, even though it's cloudy. More power than the battery system had. We have 4 more panels up on the roof. Maybe we can get out here and see them. If you hear in the background, the generator is running. We'll get a close-up on that, so we're able to wash laundry that way. Still haven't shown you the panels. All right, up on the roof, you might see them. I don't know. They're the lumpy thing right next on the left side of the chimney. At least our water system is still working. The generator is making a lot of noise, so I won't show you very much of it. Here's what we're doing for power right now. A loud generator and a lot of plugs. Here's our bus. There's the battery that we bought a couple months ago. Never got it even hooked up yet. The bus hasn't started for years. Hoping to get it started soon. Sorry, my asthma's terrible today. But I gotta lift this, bring it down to the house. All right, got the battery on the cart. Gonna go down the hill now. Just moving it down the hill. Trying to get my breath back. I'm back at the house, but these tires are too muddy to go inside. I'm gonna use my inhaler now. I'm using a skateboard. Actually being pushed by the baby on the skateboard. Okay, my turn. All right, now it's next to the hatch. We go down into the basement, and we're done with the skateboard. All right, I got the battery down in the crawl space now. I'm gonna hook it up here in a moment, and it's got only 2 ends, one positive, one negative, where these other batteries had 4. So I don't know if that's going to be difficult. My boys have been acting like a Confederate and a Union soldiers. Baruch is dressed in blue. Gamaliel is dressed in gray, and kind of playing the part of enemy soldiers in the Civil War. So, wish I was still doing videos about people because they're really cute today. Okay, we are now charging from the generator on this, so that's an improvement. We got the battery charging. Kind of wanted to take this off of there and try charging the old batteries again, now that I'm convinced that it's charging a good battery. I'll see what happens. I had to unplug the battery a couple times, or the charger a couple times to make this work. Okay, I hooked the charger up to the old battery system, and now it's saying we've got 0% capacity, 10.2 volts. And we're going to try to charge it. Maybe that's all that it needs. If we can get it up to even a couple more 10%, we can at least have, I don't know. I'm just not really wanting to move all those wires today, but now that I got the big battery down here, I think it would work a lot better. Yeah, but this is charging, so let's test this, see what happens. All right, 11.9. It's letting me turn that on. Okay. So I guess all I did was lug this battery down here to convince the charger that it should charge these batteries. Alright, maybe not. I'm going to turn this off. Alright, I think I've made some video where I didn't think I was trying to make a video. But I disconnected the battery cables and reconnected them, and it said 10.9 volts, still at 0%. So I'm going to let it charge for a couple minutes, then try again. Alright, please put the clamps on. That's hard to read there. I'll reconnect them. At capacity 20%. Voltage 11.6. Alright, now it's going to be worth trying. If we can get some percentage of voltage, we can get this running again. I really didn't want to use that battery because I'm afraid it'll damage it and then our bus we'll have to buy a new battery for the bus. So we just used it for a couple seconds and did all that work to get it down here. Messed up my asthma, but I'm feeling better now after a little bit of albuterol. Tell me in the comments if you know an herb that you recommend for asthma. Alright, I'm going to press this button and try to get our power system working. Alright, it says 12.9. It's not beeping. We'll give it a couple seconds, and the charger is actually reading a good voltage now when I disconnect it. I'll disconnect it again. Alright. Well, it didn't even notice that I disconnected it. So, anyway, this is going to work for a little bit longer. We'll probably have to run the charger a lot. But I really didn't want to use this battery, and I need more battery or special clamps for that to make it work with all these different wires hooked up to this. So thank you for watching, and we'll put some other interesting video on the end screen.